What's going on, y'all? Buttery Workshop back with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you my Rugby Ralph Lauren collection. There are several brands under the Ralph Lauren umbrella. You have Polo, you have Double RL, you have Purple Label, RLX. Does RLX still exist? Maybe. Lauren Ralph Lauren. There was Denim and Supply, which was sort of rugby's edgy brother or sister or sibling, if you will. But Rugby Ralph Lauren was founded in 2004, and it was to serve a younger demographic between the ages of 16 and 25. Their boutiques were located in college towns, and it was really one of my favorite brands at the time. Now, ever since I was a wee little lad, my mother had put me in polo pieces, and you know, as a black kid growing up in the 90s, you either had some polo or you wanted some polo, you aspired to have polo, and it's just been part of my life since I can remember. So even to this day, I am a diehard Ralph Lauren collector, fan, appreciator, all that good stuff. It's part of my lifestyle. And I think that really speaks to why Ralph Lauren is held in such high regard, especially, you know, in the black community. It's aspirational clothing, the lifestyle, and everything about it. You put on those pieces and you feel like you're part of this this greater, grander Ralph Lauren lifestyle. And it just feels good, you know? It sounds fucking vain and hella materialistic, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. When you feel good, you look good. When you look good, you feel good. You know what I'm saying? It all ties into each other. But as I mentioned, these boutiques were in college and university towns. Our local one was on Newbury Street in Boston, and Boston is a huge college town, but there's also one in New York that I would go to when I was in college, and yeah, a few other locations scattered around the country or whatever. But yeah, this was Ralph Lauren's preppy line, fully, and that's the cool thing with Ralph Lauren. You'll see crossover amongst all the different brands. You'll see pieces that could be under another brand, but they're in this line. Maybe they're using a more affordable material or at a more affordable price point. But there's always some crossover between the Ralph Lauren brands. But Rugby was Ralph Lauren's primarily preppy focused line. And it all centered around the iconic Rugby. And as I mentioned, you'll see Rugbies from the 90s that Ralph Lauren had, just as part of the Polo line, part of the Polo Sport line. But this was the centerpiece. In this colorway in particular, which were the Rugby colors, this blue and gold or blue and yellow. And I just love all of the attention to detail that you come to expect whenever you're purchasing Ralph Lauren products. So even with this piece in particular, you have a registration number, you have an area to put your grade, first name, Eastern Division, just all these little details, the player, team, position. And look at that tag. Just everything was very ornate and thoughtfully done. Down to this little back area, which you really wouldn't notice much because it's yellow or golden embroidery on a yellow or golden stripe, but it's that attention to detail that just, you know, makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're investing in an item that you could potentially hand down to other members of your family sometime down the line. But yeah, this is the iconic Rugby to me, and this is the colorway that, you know, just represents the brand the best. So for this video, I should probably specify this. I'm just gonna be showing you my actual Rugby Ralph Lauren Rugby collection. So here's a thumbnail, and let's get into it. If there are any Rugbies in here that are kind of basic, like this one in particular, where it's literally just vintage black Rugby, white collar with this sort of, and you can see, can you see that? That little red on there? That's the biggest issue with Rugbies. So historically, Rugby jerseys, if I'm not mistaken, would have these white collars. I hate a white collar on a Rugby because it's susceptible to little stains like this, or even like a little neck stain, which is just inevitable. Even if you're showering twice a day, 3 times a day, scrubbing your neck, if you wear a rugby and you're out, you're gonna get some sort of ring on the collar. It's inevitable. It is what it is. But even with this rugby in particular, it's just simple, vintage, black. You still have this nice little touch on the wrist. You still have this sort of, it's not necessarily quilted, but this diamond pattern stitched into the fabric. But from a distance, it's just a basic vintage black rugby. Moving on to the next one. We have this nice burgundy and navy blue rugby. The rugby line used these really nice ornate patches. There's actually some controversy surrounding some of the usage of these patches and iconography, and even down to these colorways, which, depending on who you ask, may or may not be associated with actual schools, either here in England, I don't know, but there was some sort of trademark / licensing usage claims. Yeah, there's a whole thing around it. But this piece has that good quilted, unlike the vintage black quilted shoulders. This actually has the fabric behind it, so it actually feels like it's noticeably thicker material right here. Also have these nice elbow patches. And as I mentioned, these pieces are built with some of the best quality you could imagine, and I expect nothing less from Ralph and the whole team over there. Let's get into the next one here. We have navy blue and green with the little rugby R. This is the color that I was referring to on the first rugby with that blue and gold. That's why I feel like that rugby really represents the brand. On the back, you have number 10, and even, like, look at that, the stitching coming through, like, that wasn't necessary, right? But you would imagine that if you were actually using this to play rugby, that you would want that reinforcement, you know? And another cool aspect of the rugby stores is that you would be able to actually customize your rugby. So you could theoretically go in there, find this rugby completely blank, and add your own patch on the chest. You could pick out from a selection, you could select what number you wanted, and you can have it fully customized to your liking. If you've watched any of my videos, you know how much I enjoy making items my own and having that ability to either customize them or have something that's gonna show the wear over time. So yeah, let's jump into this next one here. Now this is a nice royal, is this royal purple? I don't know what shade of purple this is, but you know what? This is fire. You know why this is so fire? You're seeing a lot of variation here. Just with the 3 or 4 rugbies that I've shown you up until this point, we have this rugby tag, and this brand only existed for 7 years. We have this first tag. You have this tag here that I just showed you. We're already on to our next style of tag, which is still using that blue and gold. But yeah, it's all these little details that really resonated with me when I was coming of age and really actively buying these pieces. Got a cool embroidery right there. And look how fire these numbers are on the back. That's detail upon detail. Like, no corners were cut when creating this piece. And you still have that nice quilted, this isn't even really quilted, this is more of a diamond zigzag embroidery on the shoulder. I don't know if you can pick that up, but it is there. I'm gonna keep it purple. This is a purple and brown stripe. I really love this patch here. This golden stag, that same tag. Just love all the colors. I love all the colors. Now, I've shown you maybe 5, I don't know, 5 or 6-ish. This is my rugby duffel bag, and yeah, it's, what do you think's in there? What do you think's in there? Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. We're gonna start flipping through these because there's quite a bit to get to. Simple, purple and white, navy blue R, baby blue and white. At one point, I just started grabbing like whatever colors I could get. I'm not really a huge fan of white shirts white shoes. I just don't really like it that much, but these classic striped rugbies, come on. That's just clean. It's just clean. It's clean. This one I was super hyped about because of my hometown. And I feel like this is one of the more classic striped rugby colorways. That nice burgundy and cream. I don't even, have I worn this before? I don't even know if I've worn this before, but that's just butter. That is butter. Now, staying in line with that burgundy color, we got this here. Ooh, look at these patches. These patches are going crazy. With the 2 on the back. Again, you got that nice cross stitching. Yeah, that's clean. That's clean. Yeah, I think I'm happy I'm doing this video because I've gone a few years without really like getting into my rugby bag, literally my rugby bag. But I think it's time. I think it's time to bounce back. This one is so hard. That big rugby R. So in the rugby shop, they had patches like this, patches like this. You could get custom letters. You can get like the letter of your first name or your first name and last name and fully customize your rugby. This one has 23 on the back. I love that it's navy on navy or black on navy because it's like, it's there, but it's still subtle, you know? It's not jumping out at you. This rugby, I also found in my wife's size. So when we want to be on our matchy, you know what I'm saying, a little lovebird vibration, we've done it up. We've done it up. That rugby, some jeans, some Clarks, some Wallabies. Come on. This is the classic rugby color. Of course I have another one. What do you expect? Of course I have 2. This one though, if you go rewind back to the first one I showed you, that has the stitching on a yellow stripe. This has it on a blue stripe. I think everything else is the same though, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, this one, okay, this is the difference too. This one has a little rugby patch down by the bottom of the piece. Love that colorway though. Let's see, we're zooming. Oh, I wore this on my 21st birthday. I remember, I have a picture with my mom when I was wearing this. It's a really lightweight material. Love the stripe going from one shoulder down to the bottom of the shirt. Fire patch, really clean. Number 16. And this is a different rugby tag. Let's go. We're on tag number 4 maybe right now. Bang, bang. All right. Let's see. What do we have? Woo, this is clean. That good peach colorway with the, oh, look at that. That patch is just, come on. That patch is official. I like that. 12 on the back. Like a V stripe. Yeah, that's clean. That's clean. It's just like a walk down. It's like a walk down memory lane. Hold up. Wait a minute. No, I'm gonna save that one. That one's too crazy. I'm gonna save it. But it's just a basic, you know, rugby polo. I've never worn this shirt. I told you, I was just grabbing them at one point. But, you know, I'm getting a little older now. I feel like I could step back into this bag. You know, I like that one. Let's see what this one is here. Looks similar. Another short sleeve polo. Same color, but with white stitching. Like, who am I? I'm sick in the head. Why would I need gray with the orange crossbones and gray with the white cross? Why would I need that? Sick. I'm a sick individual. Clearly. I'm gonna save this one too. Hold on, I'm gonna save that one. Let's keep it moving though. Which one is this? Okay, this is nice. I like that. That's classy. Little layered stripe action. I like that. This is classy. Look at that. Dang, that's a big ass patch. I like that. That's classy. 5 on the back. I'm not keeping track. I have not been counting, but feel free to rewind. I know I'm going absolutely dumb right now. And I'm actually like, I'm amazed myself. And that's really what I'm doing this for. I make these videos for me and for people like me that like seeing this sort of stuff or maybe participated themselves. This is cool. Royal blue, black, white. I like the stripes, but the back, the number patch goes crazy. Like Let me see if I can straighten that out. Ooh. Yeah, that's hard. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Ooh, this is just another classic colorway. Navy and white stripe. Just basic. It's basic, but I like it. Oh, this one is new. We ain't seen this yet. Little R shield patch on the sleeve. All right, I saved a few. I saved a few for the end. Let's see how we want to do this, how we want to proceed. Let's do it this way. There's this piece here, which RLFC patch right in the center of the chest. It's clean, right? It's nice. Stripe, 2 stripes down the sleeve. Now this one's particularly sick because it has a full name on the back, flanker, which is actually a rugby position. Shout out to my boy Jay, my mate, my English mate, who is my source for all things English and rugby in particular. And I was like, what the hell is a flanker? He told me what a flanker was. So now I know that this is actually a position. It would have been funny if it said wanker, but you know what I'm saying? No wankers over here. This one is hard. I haven't seen many other rugbies with like an actual full spell out on the back, so that one's pretty special. This is another one that I was saving. So looks pretty basic up front, that good V shape. It's actually a really nice colorway, just this vintage black and off-white. But the back, the number patch goes so crazy. It goes so crazy. Like, what is happening here? That good distress number block with like some sort of script. Like, what is this? A hidden message in the rugby? Like, that's craziness. That's craziness. Now, this one isn't that crazy. This is pretty basic, but you know, black and white stripe. Got the rugby R on there. Ox blood color. It's cool, right? But this is my custom rugby that I got way back when. The same black and white stripes, but with the N on there. Like, that is, come on. When I wear this, it's me. It's really me. I do have one more piece. It's in like, it's off, ducked off, stored away somewhere. So I'm gonna have to do a little, you know, a little transportation magic. Let's do it. We'll end it off like that. 1 second. All right, y'all. All right. This is the last piece. Been here a while. My wife was like, do a part 1, do a part 2, blah, blah. Once you open up the bag, it's hard to stop. It just keeps going and going and going. This is the last piece. I'll show y'all the back first. It's just a, you know, classic tote. Ralph actually brought this tote back. I don't know what brand. It's probably just Polo. I don't know if it has the same exact logos or anything, but come on. That custom N patch straight from the rugby store. I do have 2 rugby patches. I don't know where they're at. Damn. I have 2. One with like an R with wings that says Boston on it, and like just a regular blue and gold R with wings. But this is, like, look at that leather. Just good attention to detail on all of these rugby pieces. I do have some random stuff in here. I don't think it's any more rugbies, to be honest. Yeah, it's just random stuff. I do need to get the zipper fixed so I can bring it back into action, but yeah, I love this piece. Any piece that has any sort of customization is just near and dear to my heart. But yeah, that's it. That's my rugby collection. Were you a fan of rugby? Do you have rugby pieces? If so, drop a comment down below. Let me know some of your favorite pieces. Let me know some of your favorite pieces from the ones that I've shown you today. If you haven't been able to tell by now, I love collecting things. Once I get started on something, sometimes I just keep going and going and going and going. So I'll keep on dropping these collection videos as long as I can. Rate, comment, subscribe, YouTube stuff, but it does matter. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.